What is going on, everybody? This is Yasser, and today I'm reviewing this super old copy, German copy of The Gambler by Fyodor Dostoyevski. Alright, so The Gambler. First of all, I find it a bit hard to review this book because it's partly just crazy and partly really interesting to me, so I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Overall, I have to say, in the beginning I didn't really like it, but it got better and better towards the end, so if you want to read this book, don't get discouraged. This was the first book I read by Dostoyevsky, and I know he's a super famous author, so I was curious to get into his books. But yeah, let's just get into the review. I'm going to start by talking about the story and then give you my likes and dislikes and my final score for the book. So let's start with the story. The main character in this book is called Alexei Ivanovich. He's the tutor for a Russian general, and they are living in a village, I think, in Germany. So as you can see, the main character and the family he lives in is Russian, but he also has some acquaintances from Britain. Basically, they're in the higher society, I guess. And this main character, Alexei Ivanovich, is kind of attracted to a woman called Pauline. She is another member of the general's family, and in the beginning we don't really know a lot about the family at all. As the book goes on, it gets clearer and clearer, and the kind of weird relationships the people have make more sense. Alexei is introduced to the game of roulette, which, as you can guess from the title, a lot of this book is about gambling. And he's introduced to the game of roulette by Paulina when she asks him to play for her and win some money for her. And that is also when Alexei discovers this bliss of gambling and winning. He is overall in a, what I would describe, super unhealthy relationship with Pauline, where he completely admires her, but she doesn't even acknowledge him and treats him like a servant or something. And as I said before, he finds out more and more about Pauline and her relationship to a local duke, and he gets entangled in a kind of net with the wealthy people and the family of the general. All of these weird relationships and a kind of money hungriness that all of the characters have. My personal highlight was the grandma, who completely unexpected arrives in the village from Russia, and she's supposed to be rich. Everybody was waiting for her to die so they can inherit her money, and she arrives, basically verbally destroys everybody, and she wasn't even wrong with what she said. Then she goes on to the casino, basically loses all her money and goes back to Russia, which is completely weird and random, but that kind of sums up the book. Yeah, I won't go into the story too much more. Instead, I will talk about my likes and dislikes. So let's start with the likes. As I said, it's kind of a crazy story, and I like crazy stuff sometimes, so it was pretty interesting to read for me. The characters are portrayed pretty well, in my opinion. I was kind of impressed with the style that Dostoevsky used to write about feelings and about impressions and the basic behavior and motivation that Alexei had, because he had really weird feelings sometimes. And yeah, I read that The Gambler was written pretty fast for cash because Dostoevsky actually had debt from gambling, so I think that part should be accurate. And I like how he described the rush you get when gambling, and basically the feeling or the fact that people lose something and they just go back and lose more and more. And yeah, I also really liked the ending. As I said, I think it got better and better towards the end, but I just really enjoyed the ending of the book. Yeah, it's kind of an open end, but I really liked it. My dislikes, I feel like the pacing is a bit slow at times and not too much happens, so that is kind of a turn off. I mean, there isn't too much going on in the book anyways, so... On the other hand, the impression that gambling is just gonna make you addicted as soon as you do it once just feels kind of weird to me. I mean, I've gambled before, and in my opinion it just doesn't make any sense, so... sorry guys, I'm too German. So I don't think you get addicted like immediately. Yeah, I don't know. But obviously I think Dostoevsky should know better. And the last point was that the language in this book was just so old and weird, and I don't know if it's the German version that I read or if English translations are better. I don't really want to take this into the main critique because I know that you're going to probably read a different version. But in my book, the language was really old. So maybe if you're in a bookstore, read through a few pages, and if the text is really weird and that's not your thing, yeah, maybe that's just the style of this book. My final score for the book is a 7 out of 10. As I said, I can't really tell, but I actually really enjoyed the book. I kind of liked it. It's not supposed to be one of Dostoevsky's best works, but for me personally, it was kind of interesting. And even though the beginning wasn't that gripping, it just got better and better. And as I said, my highlight, the grandma who arrives at the end, is just... uh, I'm not really sure who I would recommend this kind of book to, but it's kind of a classic and it's also kind of crazy, which, well, I mean, it is kind of interesting to me. So maybe you might enjoy it as well. But yeah, that's my review for the book. If you read the book, let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear different opinions. If you liked the video, make sure to drop a like and maybe sub to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye!